you're going to be able to slow her down, which is great. She's going to have to turn around or take the fight because you're going to have to make one of those two decisions before you get rained down with a ton of lead from the enemy side. But besides that obvious one, it's really tough. It's really tough. You're gonna be really good at tracing and shooting through smokes.
Yep, most definitely. As we will now get underway with our first round here. We know how important this one can be. I always like to say here on Split, if you can get 5 rounds on the attacking side, just 5, I think you put yourself in a really, really strong position here as we're already kicking it off now. A few ghost shots out from Glow, who's holding A ramp, but will now fall back. I believe he's only scouted one, but he tagged him here quite heavily. It's going to be the breach quite lit, but most of TODAK's now stacking up as they will smoke off heaven.
They also saw the fault line coming through, so they're going to make those rotations really, really fast. Jets are so far away, but that's going to be Aduka going to be the first to go down. Senna finds 2 right off the bat. Dodges the fault line, gets another one. Senna making sure this is going to work for them. He's going to be teleporting. Oh, he's still alive. The paranoia comes out. Okay, he doesn't see, but unfortunately walks into the bullets. And Stacks is going to be fighting that one.
It's down to a 1v1. I think RB is going to have this rotating around through screens. He might be able to get a little bit of a sneak attack going. Now, the spike has been retrieved by our Rays. 50 seconds left on the round. More than enough time to plant, but I think they're going to be now trying to make a play to another site. The shot's not connecting here either way. So lit. Just about one hit there is going to be that Rays, but RB, he's still looking quite healthy as the Rays will be scouted by the tripwire.
Yeah, I mean, there's still plenty of time here. Race is going to be playing through ramps. Oh, first hit, and immediately that's going to be RB winning off that duel. First round going over to Vision Strikers.
Yeah, really good stuff there, and that is going to put them here with some anti-eco. We never see RB actually buy anything on this round. He's very renowned for this very aggressive and confident strategy. He wants that operator. He wants to maybe go for a full buy next round, a full utility here, so he's not going to spend a single cent. Meanwhile, it's Spectres all around here for the rest of Vision Strikers.
Honestly, I would have really liked to see him pull out the Marshal just to kind of show us and give us a good showing of what he's capable of, especially since they are winning on the pistol. They won the pistol round, so you know TODAK naturally isn't going to have as much armor, so that Marshal is going to be really popping heads and dropping bodies.
Yep. We can see Glow yet again. He's going to be on the Omen, holding the spot, smoking it off, making sure that there's no one here. Crosshairs perfectly lined up here to sprays. The fault line will not connect. The Jet now right across, but unfortunately, it's not going to work out for TODAK. Both members will get lit up immediately. King not going to be punished. Glow's going to find a second one here on ramp, Gideon. Oh, and so will King. Oh!
Great cleanup.
Just a perfect anti-eco round there. Everyone winning their 1v1s on the Lurker from behind to finish up the last remaining member.
They did a really, really good job here. Now they're going to have some big boy weapons. They're not upgrading too much, but RB, you know for a fact, he wants to get that operator. He's invested so much into it, but the rest of the team is still on Spectres, while TODAK finally getting their Phantoms and Vandals.
Alrighty. Let's take a look now as, like you said, that operator for RB, who's just able to find one pick in that round. But TODAK, with the full buy now, we're not upgrading. I think that's a wise decision here from Vision Strikers. Even on the defensive side, you're still pretty likely to get some pretty good trades now, as the Breach Flash will not get Batu here to scramble. So no information given here.
They're switching things up for the side of TODAK here. You know, we saw them try and 5-stack it, try to get into the A as quickly as possible. They got thwarted twice, and now they got to take a new approach. But they need to know what VS is overall. RB not missing the shot.
There we go. First shot, first kill here for RB out of that operator as he swings around through B main. It's only the Raze there that was actually sent to lurk. The rest of the team and the Spike actually still continue to go through mid as Zest wall here is about to expire. Smoke's coming out. They know there's at least an enemy Jet and probably more to follow.
Yep, they're going to be walking through, and Zest already finds one. Finds a second one. That's going to be 2 pickoffs there. Really big, but they're going to get counter fragged here. Is Breach able to take out Zest? They're going to be pushing up through mid side. They could look to rotate towards A, but B feels more likely.
Yep. Indeed, as they will now back up. It's going to be a 3v2 again with full rifles here, but Vision Strikers, they're going to be able to pick up some rifles now. Actually, no, they will not, rather, as it's going to be TODAK through the vents, rotating on over to the A site. Now we do have a Cypher as well as his pesky camera here to try and dispatch of 18 seconds here, so they're going to have to make a push, but they've really got an advantage here, having control over Heaven. You can see King. He's shaking his head. Where are they coming? There they go. The dart will drop. Let's see if King can now get the drop here on a few enemies, as he will get the first now. The Doctor down for the count, needs a medic for himself. The spike area is going to be dropped. Omen, last remaining member, will be a 2v1 clutch there for King. Holds on to the round, didn't even need the rest of his team.
Clean up on that side by King. Very clean up. All of his lineups were just absolutely perfect. Let's look at replay one more time of what exactly happened. I mean, he already got the tag. He drops down, but he holds his position. The way he holds it is making sure that that the height, that the elevation that Omen had didn't really matter, because it just isolates Breach, as he doesn't have any angle to actually get the shots in. But well played so far. Let's see whether TODAK can bring this back.
Yep, indeed. It's a full buy here for Vision Strikers. As I said, they didn't really upgrade, just buying the one operator that they were able to hold on to here. So that means that they're going to be still having a nice eco advantage. TODAK, of course, with the 3-round loss, are going to be going for a bit of a save round, another eco. So we're likely to see them just get absolutely demolished here at a 4-0. But they're going to be able to full buy next round. But we'll see here. Any eco damage that they can get done is actually going to be pretty significant here towards the side of Vision Strikers. They did lose 3 members.
Yeah, they got to profit as much as they can with this eco round, but coming through mid side, looking to try and take control. B, Heaven, Breach, and Sage both in position. The flashpoint has been coming out, and TODAK just have to push back out, but it's going to be so unfortunate with everything just going wrong. They've already picked up one. Can they get another pick off?
The Jet! RB with that flick, the perfect tracking. My goodness, stacks to follow with a phantom kill as well in sight. However, B, there are rather 2 members of TODAK in the site. Senna now currently holding the rafters, but they are going to get collapsed on. There's no escape here. Is trying to get through. Baltu instead will be traded away. Senna, can he get at least one more? RB rather, missing the operator shot, but Stacks will secure the final kill there with the Phantom.
So only one casualty coming out of VS, so that's not a lot of not enough economic damage to really hurt their side. TODAK, on the other hand, going to be able to get some full buys here, and let's see what the setup is going to be on TODAK's attack, because it looks like they're going to be splitting down pretty evenly. Most likely going through mid, I would assume. Nope, it looks like they just want to kind of spread out default and make sure that they have a good scope of their surroundings.
Yeah, indeed. We will have that full buy here. We need to stop the bleeding here for TODAK. They could really use a win, even though Vision Strikers will, of course, be able to get money. What? RB?
He already found the pickoff. Like, he always manages to find a pickoff every single time you see him on this map, and it's just really tough to actually get past him at this point.
He likes to play very aggressive as well on this operator, very unpredictable. He's Heaven, now he's A long. Now he's going to go back into Heaven, watching ramps. Well, I imagine we might even see him get to lurk mid, as we do have 2 members of Vision Strikers holding in B Heaven, as well as one in back of sight. But TODAK, oh man, 4v5 already on a map like Split. It's quite the uphill battle here, Gideon.
It's very spacious. It's a pretty wide map overall, but you know, there's just a lot of things that you could do with it. There's a lot of elevation differences. There's a lot of tight corridors that you're gonna have to watch through, and that's why it's so defender side heavy, because just getting into these sites are very difficult. But the post plan is just so good as well. So a lot of these teams, they just have to get over that first big hurdle before making anything happen.
Slow but steady, but it's still going to be Glow regardless, finding a kill onto the lurker. They're trying to fake him over to B, but Vision Strikers, they've not rotated too many over. Left. King is still here. He's going to be able to find one, maybe even the second, before Senna is able to trade him away with that Vandal. Now Zest up in Heaven, and the rest of Vision Strikers rotating on over. They hear the spike being planted, I believe, as down it goes. That's a big win for TODAK. They really need all the credits they can get at this point.
Yep.
But the hold is going to be so hard.
Yeah, it really is, because this position is just so difficult to win from. They've already got control of from Heaven side. They're pushing through. Sova trying to get the shot, but unfortunately he's going to get taken out by Stacks coming in on the other side. 2 angles, can't hold them both.
Yeah, very difficult, and that's going to be the 5th round. Decent eco damage done here, Division Strikers. That's very important here. You never want to let your enemies stockpile money, because then even if you win 1 or 2 rounds in a row, you're not going to have that eco advantage. As we will have TODAK now, likely with a full buy on most. It looks like that's going to be Aduka, who's just getting traded away. He's 0-5 on the Jet. That's a tough game, and this is really just RB absolutely dominating, RB bottom fragging with only 4 kills.
Yeah, but notice that he's also had no deaths as well. He just refuses to die, and no one has been able to pick him off so far. And when it comes to a gunfight, he's just making sure that he's winning every single one of them.
Most certainly here, as we have plenty of ultimates up to work with here for the Vision Strikers too. As RB, again, just aggressively rotating. He's going to force him into mid-market. And again, Cypher just holding down the A site. The trust on this Cypher, just sit on the cameras and completely nullify any pushes here, is just so strong, as they will try and send the Owl Drone to push them back further down events. The slow orb from Zest, he's going to find 2 before he's traded away. TODAK, though, with a great peek, as they will get stacked before he gets any damage in. The rotation out from Cypher, as well as the Omen standing behind them in mid-events. But RB holding a tight angle, misses the first operator shot. Cypher considering going up, peeking towards heaven, but the site, I think, has now been taken by TODAK. They're going to get another spike plant here.
Yep. Oh, King, he finds one. Can he get a second one? The spike has already been dropped this time. Breach, unfortunately, looking in the wrong direction, gets headshot instantaneously. Blade Storm RB making sure he doesn't miss these shots.
Yeah,
he just
indeed.
doesn't miss.
He didn't want to risk using the ghost there. We've seen plenty of jets flying around, jet airliners, just putting people down here left, right, and center. And Vision Strikers, rather, will get now their 6th round in a row. But all the ultis up here for TODAK. That could be very useful, because they do need to go for an eco round. They could get an entry frag or 2 here very, very easily with both the Rays and the jet, pick up a rifles, and they could turn the round from there.
They could, but I'm looking on the side of TODAK, and it looks like they are just playing for the econ as of right now. Some even brought Aduka, even bothering to bring a Stinger. I don't necessarily agree with that, but it looks like he is playing on the jet, so he can definitely get into some people's faces and hold some tight corners.
You know me, I'd rather see that as a Bucky.
Right. Honestly, I'm convinced now. I've seen people play the Stingers, and we've seen a lot of these groups actually pick it up once or twice, but after that Bucky round, it's just not the same.
Nope, it's not the same here, as we've seen, oh my goodness, who was it back in Group A? Just pick up 5 Buckies against attack all around 2 rounds in a row. In a sense, didn't work out for them, but nearly did here, as TODAK now in with the Blade Furies, trying to find any members that they have. Actually rotated around, flanked quite nice, but 2 members coming from Vent as the Hunter Sphere out from Subby to try and get more information. TODAK will find one onto Zest before getting traded away. Oh, Omen in some trouble, gets lit, but 22 HP. He's still going to live and get 2 kills right after onto the members. King follows up with 2 of his own, and he's going to find the 3rd. Vision Strikers, 7 rounds in a row. They're looking unstoppable.
Yeah, they really are. They are just not missing their shots. Their transfers are just crazy. These guys are not letting TODAK any opportunities to breathe. They peak, they're going to die. They have to make something. Honestly, they have to make something work. And I think we're looking at TODAK's composition so far. It's just so hard for them to dedicate themselves to a site. And it looks like this time it's going to be B. Breach is going to be on that site, so it's going to be really, really annoying, because Breach can easily fault line while Sage drops down to get the slow right at the entrance of B, really just stopping any form of attack.
Yep, Zest finally is going to take a death here. 7-6. RB, though, has not died once this entire half, as we've seen him put himself in very dangerous positions here, as we can see yet again. TODAK, though, even into B main, rather, they're getting pushed away here into the garage. They go flashed up. They're going to try maybe for a B push here without having no control, though. That's incredibly difficult. We've seen so many teams. I mean, they do have smokes at the very least, so they could smoke it off with Omen to try and safely cross, but if it's not executed well enough, then they could find themselves in some real trouble. As RB, he's going to swing around, peek down garage. Will it be the Rays to peek? Oh, this is going to be a tight angle. Will they be expecting the jet operator here? Nope. RB is going to open it up with the first. He takes plenty of damage and actually gets walled by Aduka. Zestna will drop on down into the cubby as Stax attempts to slow down the push before calling for reinforcements.
Yep, the reinforcements are holding Heaven's side. They are dropping the smokes to block field of Vision Glow. That's going to be him going down. Aduka tries to get the updraft, but finally the attackers win, and TODAK take a round from Vision Strikers.
Good stuff from our Malaysian squad. TODAK, as they finally get their first round in the bag underneath their belt, get a little bit of confidence here. And that's a big one. Your first round against a team like Vision Strikers, one of the overall favorites to go and win this tournament. You won a round against them on attack. I would like to see them getting a few more, and I'm sure they would love to see themselves get a few more too, but it's not going to be easy here, as Vision Strikers with the eco can now rebuy.
I mean, look at them. Their economy is just super healthy, and they just don't mind. They can take a couple more of these rounds and it will still be okay, but it really depends whether or not RB is going to be losing. But this time he finally does. It's going to be Baltu making sure that it works out. The
showstopper. Yeah, they get about half damage here. The paint shells will force him back. Lovely stuff there. They know RB likes to flex on them, shoot that operator at the boom buddy, and they are going to punish them very hard here. Rather, TODAK will completely take control here of B. Around here would be huge, Gideon, and Subby's doing his best as he will be able to pick off the Omen.
Yep, he's going to rotate all the way back here.
Oh, good revive, though, out from Zest. Of course, with that Sage, is going to make it a 5v4 yet again.
Yep, they're going to have to make this work. Oh, Flashpoint coming out from Heaven's side as they look to try and rain down lead from the ground. They drop down from the ropes. This is going to be so awkward.
Yeah, indeed, King. Now, we still have Beitu actually here, still on the rafters, as it's going to be the Cypher trying to save his money. Now, TODAK, they hold strong. They only lose the Jet that round. Their second round in a row. Vision Strikers, they still can probably afford to full buy yet again. But if they can get this exit frag, no, it's okay. They're really looking for it, though, because they recognize the situation they're in. 2 rounds in a row for them. They'd love to really force Vision Strikers into an eco round to try and take maybe a third, maybe even a fourth after that one. It's gonna have to be this next round rather, as Vision Strikers will be looking to full buy. They just got so much money, but 2 rounds in a row where they've gotten kills onto RB here, Gideon.
Yeah, that's gonna ruin his perfect KDA for now. But let's see how they attack this again, because we know for a fact that TODAK, they're getting a little bit more confidence if they've worked 2 rounds in a row to make B work out, and now they're switching over from Cypher. Vision Strikers are sending Cypher over to B side while leaving A a little bit more open, covering it from ramps in Heaven. Yeah,
they've been not contesting Heaven, or rather contesting mid whatsoever here from TODAK. They kind of ran into that wall here, like I was saying in the pregame. They ran into that wall mid. They didn't see it buckle, but they see a few buckles now B, and they're going to try 3 rounds in a row for the B rush. King here, he does have the cyber cages to try and slow down the push, as now they're going to know. Nice flash here. Aduka again with the ultimate ready to go for TODAK. Looking to find one. Will get one there with the updraft, but Zest, as well as the rest of the team, now going from behind. Heaven, though, has been cleared. It's going to be a 3 versus 2 scenario. Glow with the ulti. Can he scout for vision? Is he actually going to commit? No, but now he knows someone was watching that B garage. The spike will be planted.
This is really good. Great use of the ultimate. However, it's a 1v3 situation, so every one of these bullets are going to have to count. A 2v3 situation with both Jet and Omen looking to control from Heaven's side. They are just out of... Oh, wait, hold on. Looks like Omen is pushing up from the flank. This might be really huge as they look to cover it. One down. Subby is going to be the first to fall. They take one out. The flanker is gone, and now it's just Jet to make it happen. The Bladestorm doesn't actually hit through, and that's going to be Glow shoot through the smoke, picking up Aduka at the very end.
Nice round there for Vision Strikers. That one was a must-win. Otherwise, they might have even fallen 8-4 here in the half. Instead, we're going to be going into round 11 with TODAK for definitely enough money to go around to full buy here. But a loss would mean that they were not going to have enough here for that last round, which is going to be the next one. Of course, Vision Strikers, the eco has really not been a problem for them all half. Not too much of a surprise, given that they're on the defensive side here of Split, but TODAK, they really need to try and get this round now to make their defensive side a bit easier.
I mean, there's still 2 left for this. Oh no, RBD's, oh my goodness, he just dashed right into the boom bot. Haven't seen that happen too often, but at least he didn't get hit by a bullet. He was at 28 HP, but now TODAK's Balto trying to make the play. Unfortunately, it's going to be Glow taking him out.
Did he really just walk up that ladder, just that rope, without getting shot once? I mean, we saw RB miss a lot of shots there after he panicked for the boom bot. Maybe wasn't expecting it a 4th time in a row, but unfortunately TODAK, they didn't get that much needed kill. They might even get a spray transfer on over to the member in Heaven. They didn't check their corners though, just chasing down that Jet, and Vision Strikers are gonna have a 1-man advantage now, as we will see TODAK maybe try and push through mid here.
I mean, it's a good case of just tunnel visioning. When you're looking for somebody, you want to get that kill, especially when it's RB who's been really dominating getting these picks almost every single time. It's good to say, hey, we got that kind of security off of the table, and now we can continue playing the game like usual.
Most definitely here, and they are playing a good game at that for Vision Strikers. 30 seconds left in this round. It looks like TODAK, it was a fake towards A, but again, the Cypher's just been holding down that site. He knows it's his job. Zest as well there, just in case they decide to rotate more over. We will have RB holding a tight angle, but it's going to be Aduka, finally confidence under his belt, will win the 1v1 versus RB. Oh, the Doctor following up as well with the frag. That's going to be B site under control.
Oh, the flashes are coming coming up. Strong breach. Didn't check his left though, but he does pull back. Unfortunately, that's going to be Subby taking him out as King walks into the site, gets traded off. Subby once again making it work.
That's unbelievable. I actually can't believe they just managed to get that spike planted there. We're running out of time. It's a 1v2 here. It's all going to be up to Zess, who's now walking through site. Does not manage to get the kill here onto Senna, unfortunately, which means we're going to be 8-3 going into our last round. TODAK, they're looking pretty okay for their money. Again, more than enough money to go around as they're going to give Aduka back that operator, and we could very well see an 8-4. I think TODAK can be pretty happy with that, all things considered.
Yeah, that's actually not too bad. They're almost evening up the score as if it was Paper X fighting up against Vision Strikers in their first game. But TODAK, I think they might be able to push through this, and maybe if they can win this round, they actually cripple the economy for VS, forcing them to eco the next round.
Yeah, definitely. And well, it's going to be the last round, right? So
of course,
yeah, last round of the half. But yeah, for that pistol round, if they can get that confidence going at the reset, I think maybe we can see them take even more rounds here after Vision Striker. Because like you said, you win this round, you win the pistol round, and just like that, 8-6.
You know, I thought I was just unaware and I'm really bad at math, but I just realized I'm even more bad at math. I thought 8 + 3 was like 14 for some reason. I was like, why in the world? Why did I think that? Why was I thinking that?
Oh my God, Aduka's insane. He's got an operator already in the second round.
Exactly. I was just like not putting 2 and 2 together. But so far, I mean, these teams have been doing really, really good, especially for Vision Strikers. TODAK on the other side, they're gonna try it one more time. They did it in the very beginning, and now it's like, okay, we got to end it strong. And
they do, yeah. Luckily for them, actually, King is not holding a ramp, which has really been the crux of this push now, as they will be able to smoke off Heaven. Camera is going to scout them immediately. Are they going to spray through smoke? Hunter Sphere out from Subby to try and tag anyone rotating through as Aduka gets the kill onto Glow. That's a big one, but the double spray out from King, who I'm pretty sure gets 2 kills with 1 shot there. Nothing to really wall through.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. He peeks up from elbow side. Ooh, he does see one, and then spots on the second one from the track and dart. King, he needs to make this work out. Oh, spots on the foot up. Raze makes it happen.
He wants this ace. Oh, he's not going to get it. RB is going to snatch that one away. He's like, oh, I didn't even realize you had a 4K. My bad, dude. My bad.
Switching sides.
Can you imagine what the comms is just sounding like? He's just like, ace, give me the ace. And RB is just like, what? Boom.
Boom. My Korean is not up to par, so I wouldn't really be able to know. But yeah, I imagine he was feeling himself there. But in the end, what looked like a pretty good take from TODAK went pretty poorly there as they swing around only to get double shot there. 1 bullet, 2 kills with the Phantom.
Yeah.
Not a very high penetration rifle at that.
It's unfortunate to say the least, but hey, especially when you're on the defender side, you're going to be so much closer. That extra rate of fire really does help out.
So 9-3 here at the half. Gideon, take a moment here, take a breather. TODAK, they need a breather as well. How should they be looking to play? Do you think that we are going to see this aggressive play style, kind of like RB was going for, or should they expect RB to kind of be crazy like he's doing so right now and try and counterplay this?
I think they should expect RB to play a little bit crazy. He's definitely coming off a really hot half, so he's definitely going to be, like, you know, feeling himself a little bit more. Flashpoint because it does come out.
Oh, but good rotations. King is going to find 1 before getting traded away by Subby, but overall it's a 3 for 1 rather trade as TODAK, they're going to have to rotate their members over from the A site. I mean, that was like 5-6 seconds into the round, and RB was already in sight. What do you do against that? Well, who expects that in the pistol round?
Yeah, nobody expects that. And unfortunately for TODAK, they're going to be paying the price for it, but also he's still holding up on Heaven's side. It gets smoked off with the cover of darkness. He needs to get down onto the ground, get his feet dirty.
They're going to hear footsteps here from both angles. That's a really fantastic pick. The smoke as well, trying to allow his Omen to maybe push in at the same time. Senna with the paranoia. He didn't check his corners though. Stacks actually picks up both as Zess, unable to secure the kill, is going to make it the pistol round for Vision Strikers and an eco for TODAK.
Yeah, and I do not think they net. Yep. Okay. So my thought process is, once you actually win the first initial round, you don't necessarily have to win the second round as well. You don't have to look to buy for upgrades. But if you wanted to, you could force it out pretty hard.
Yeah, you could maybe go for a Bucky here on Aduka.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I like that. We'll see if it can work for them. It's a bit of a risky play here because Aduka, if he dies immediately, will not have enough savings here to buy for next round, even with the second round loss bonus. So RB immediately into sight. Look at this man!
He's
and
so
you're just
fast.
dead. You're just dead, Raze.
He's so fast. He's such a good entry fragger here. Oh, wait, he does actually spot out the Sage wall coming up just in time, but he's got to clear through that smoke. Hopefully, he can land those last couple of shots, but unfortunately, it doesn't go through. Summy's going to be the next to fall down as Glow clears him out. Heaven is still compromised here as the rest of the team cleans up shop.
Yeah, they were really just able to set up the trap there with the Sage wall and then just collapse on them. The jaws of the trap snapping shut there onto Doc. They did get at least a Bucky kill, so that's pretty sick. Of course, I would be remiss if I didn't call that out, but only a single kill there for Aduka, which means he's going to have to go for the Vandal and only light armor.
I mean, at this point, is that light armor going to be enough to keep him alive? Considering the amount of headshots coming out of VS, that armor is going to mean so little. But I mean, they still have Spectre, so they're still holding on to it. It's still looking pretty good for them coming into this 14th round, the actual 14th round, not my dyslexic 14th round.
Definitely, and I hate to correct you again, but it's actually the 15th round.
God, you kind of just had to rain on my parade there.
Zest is going to be good and aggressive, but again, RB just right back there, trading 1 for 1 there with Senna. TODAK have 3 versus the 4 of Vision Strikers currently standing, and if Vision Strikers wins this round, TODAK are going to be forced to just buy whatever they can. Conveniently called the Force, but they're going to be just such at a mismatch here. It's looking so difficult now for TODAK.
This is pretty interesting. They pushed through mid, they went into ropes, and then they got back out of ropes and rotated towards B side. Now, the Doctor, he's got a lot up ahead of him. He needs to be able to win this gunfight. He takes out RB. He sees to it's time to it's time to drop down that fault line and force them onto the site and wait for that rotation coming in from Sova.
Duka's 9 HP here. It is a 3 versus 3. There's one holding Raptors, one in back of sight, and one now just planting. We'll see what the Doctor can get it done. He's going to prescribe death there to the Omen now, as Zest will trade him away. Whew, that's a bit of malpractice there from that Doctor.
Yeah, but that was just a great shot coming out of Sage this time round. Jet trying to make sure that she gets the angle here. They're wide swinging on top of her. Subby, you should be careful, but he's watching that left side. So the team is looking to try and make this happen. The aftershock comes out, doesn't connect. He's got to look right,
nice
but
job.
That's when Zest catches him off.
Vision Strikers, very nicely done there. Just nice and precise, just like surgery there. So delicate now in the site. They know they have the numbers for a 2v1. They coordinate to peek wide there on the Jet, walking around sight, and it just tailing that man. And Vision Strikers, they're 1 away from victory. TODAK, they're going to force by. It's going to be Spectres and a Vandal here. Light armor on most. Actually, a Duka going for the Marshall. We'll see what he can make of that, but it's really just Vision Strikers. I mean, what a dominant game from them here.
Yeah, this is a really dominant game. Luckily, this is a best of 3, so at least, okay, this map didn't work out too well for TODAK. At least next map, they can actually start focusing on themselves and playing to their strengths.
Yeah. And we'll see here, TODAK going to be rotating on through. This would be a big kill, but RB's going to crouch under those shots and snag that one there, looking around through the sewers. Another 4v5 here, the weapon mismatch. And not a whole lot of damage being dealt there to RB either, as we're really quite split now on the side of TODAK. Everyone kind of just lurking and peeking and seeing what they can find here, but it's only going to be 1 man now watching B and 2 holding A, but it's only the Lurker Cypher now who will drop back after dropping the smoke to now rejoin the rest of the team as they look to push mid.
They're just walking up mid. They gotta check their corners, and this time Aduka is gonna have to be forced backwards. All he has is a Marshall. He can't just spray transfer like he usually does, but well, it's not connecting here.
No, it's unlucky for him now, as having control will be given on over to Vision Striker. Senna looking for 1, will only get RB, traded away by King. A 3 versus 4 scenario, as King is gonna find a 3rd as well, and he's looking for that last one here on the breach. RB is dead this time, so he can't steal away this 4K, but it's going to be all up to the last remaining breach here to try and clutch this one out for TODAK.
Yep, they're just they know for a fact, yeah, they could just play this until Kingdom Come, and there's nothing that Doctor can really do about this. He barely has enough utility to make this work. The Aftershock isn't going to get anybody, but even then, that's going to be Stacks through the smoke, getting that headshot.
Yeah, a tough match there for TODAK, as they only are able to snag 3 rounds on the defense and aren't able to pick up a single one there on these after the switch.
Yo, microphone check, make it a microphone check, give it a microphone, I make the microphone dead. Don't step to me, newbie. I could truly be moody. I could have played the fucking Grinch in the movies. I've been a part-time shadow cat, part-time. That is not a guy that I would ever want to try to battle rap. Snap, crackle, pop, mind fried to a crisp, make an MC into a wide-eyed lunatic.